Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's the end of the week. It's Friday. I want to go upstairs to play with my son and my daughter. But before I do, I want to make sure that my channel members, which I love you guys so much, I believe we have 34 now, are getting their money's worth. I've been learning technical analysis and I've really been liking it. So in today's video, I want to tell you what I bought. A little bit ago, while the price dropped, I ended up taking advantage. I bought half a Bitcoin and I bought 8 Ethereums. Besides for that, I added a little bit for crypto type related stocks. I bought it for myself, I bought it for my daughter, and I bought it for my son. I started to pick up cryptocurrency heavy at around 25,000 when Bitcoin was around 25K, and I told everybody about it. If you guys followed the play, which I'm not a financial advisor, a lot of people would be up a shit ton of money. You would be up around 25, 27% for Bitcoin. You would be up an equivalent amount for Ethereum, but you would really be absolutely killing it for Coinbase stock, coin stock. Also, Robinhood, although it's not a pure crypto play, I spoke about that. I spoke about MicroStrategy, which you would have been even more up on. So there's a lot of good hits that I gave people if anybody followed. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people don't follow, and that's okay. If you're not into crypto, that's good, and you shouldn't be following my own plays. You should be doing your own due diligence. You should be learning. However, something that I know a little bit about is economics and the way banking works and cryptocurrency. So let me explain something, and then I want to show you what's happening right now on the charts. And I'm super proud of me learning technical analysis, and it's getting easier and easier every single time. Why is it important right now about what's happening with BlackRock, Fidelity, and other ETFs, proposed ETFs? First of all, today officially the SEC took the ETF proposals and it's now under review. If you remember, around 2 weeks ago, they said that they didn't give them enough information. Since then, the spot ETFs have said that Coinbase is going to be their custodians and their shared surveillance partners. And because of that, they resubmitted the ETFs, and now it's officially being reviewed by the SEC. On top of that, the SEC essentially lost the battle against Ripple. They basically said that any XRP that was sold to retail investors is not considered a commodity, which is fantastic. Now, this is setting up that Coinbase is also going to win their lawsuit, or at least positive or bullish for their lawsuit, which essentially everything is bullish for crypto. But let me explain to you what's happening in these ETFs, because I don't think people are really understanding it. Earlier today, Larry Fink, who's the CEO of BlackRock, came out and said again that cryptocurrency is digital gold, it's international assets, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, they want to make an ETF so that they could line their pockets. How does it work? One of my friends who's a banker, we were talking about like his investment strategy, and I'm not giving him advice. I'm just curious what he does. And when you invest like your 401ks and things like that, your retirement accounts, you have something called baskets, okay? So hang in there with me. This is just for my channel member because I believe that you guys are super astute. I believe you guys have a high aptitude to learn, and I believe that your minds work. So that's why I'm not making this for my regular subscribers. I'm making this specifically for my elite army, my channel members, because I want to give you guys your $3 worth. Thank you so much for this coffee. When you invest, you have baskets. One basket can be precious metal, another basket can be real estate, another basket can be mutual funds, another basket can be equities, for example. But there is no basket for cryptocurrency. If there is an ETF, not GBTC, that's not exactly an ETF, an actual ETF, which you can go into the differences in the future. The actual ETF, now there's going to be a specific asset class, a specific basket that you can retire into for cryptocurrency. So when they're saying, hey, you can put 1% or 2% of your retirement into crypto, that's what they mean. There's going to be now an ETF or several ETFs where you can invest into the crypto asset. A spot ETF will make sure that you actually buy the underlying asset of crypto. What's going to happen is around a quarter of all of the equity in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin, around 150 billion at least, is going to be dumped if they just take 1% of their total assets under management, AUM, and they buy Bitcoin. When this happens, the Bitcoin is not going to go up 1-to-1, 25%, 25%. 25% is going to make Bitcoin fucking skyrocket, guys. Besides for this, we also have the halving, which is going to happen in around April or May of next year. The halving itself should 2 to 4x Bitcoin. But the halving plus an ETF, if approved, and it seems like it's going that direction because Gary Gensler just lost against Ripple. He will probably lose against Coinbase. He's probably still going to go after Binance because Binance is a foreign company. And I'm telling you, the politicians, these heavy hitters, are pushing for positive regulation in the United States to make us a player in crypto. Why? We want to control it and we want to profit from it. For these reasons, earlier today, I bought one more half a Bitcoin, and I also bought another 8 or so Ethereum, half a Bitcoin equivalent of Ethereum. I buy it on Robinhood. I also have it on DeFi, but I'm not going to tell you how much crypto I have on DeFi or my other altcoins. I'm going to give you guys the most solid investment I think somebody can do in crypto today. What happened earlier today is Bitcoin actually broke down a support level, and now it's kind of coming back. So there was a little bit of an opportunity today to buy into Bitcoin. Let me show you my chart. Whatever you guys do, that's up to you. All I could do is give you my own personal plays, and then I could just give you my charts. Okay, this is Bitcoin right now. The current price of Bitcoin is $30,215. It opened at $31,471. It had a high of $31,645 and a low of $29,920. So it's very much battling this $30,000 mark. I took advantage of it because I do think that we have support. It doesn't mean I'm right. I just think that it's an opportunity. This is my chart. This is going to be for a daily, okay? So every single one of these candles is going to be for the daily. This is how I charted it before. You have your little triangle right here for the RSI. Over here, we had a breakout of an RSI and the price shot up to almost 32,000. And as you can see, when the RSI, the purple line crosses the yellow line, that's a bullish signal. However, then we have the purple line goes under the yellow line. That is a bearish signal. And then we have a RSI on the day chart. I'll show you a different chart in just a moment that actually broke this little resistance level of a triangle, which essentially is a bearish signal. And this is one of the reasons why the price went down, but I want to show you something in just a moment. This is my chart, okay? This is the chart that I charted before. There was this really beautiful triangle right here, and the triangle was right around 32,000, just under 32,000. And this was the bottom part of the triangle, which we now broke out. The bottom part of the triangle was right around here, which was 30,481, but it broke down to 30,214. You see right here, it broke down. And we right now, over the weekend, need to get right back into this triangle. Our goal is to get back into this triangle. And we need to make sure that we don't break this line right here. This is our new resistance line. However, we still have the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average, which means in general, Bitcoin is bullish. And right now we're fighting here. And the question is, did we break support? Or is it going to come back, and was it a buying opportunity? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go from a one-day chart. I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart, okay? This is the 1 hour chart right here. This is literally the same chart. You guys can see it. If you go all the way to the right, here's my smiley faces. Boom, boom, so on and so forth. If you go to the 1 hour chart, you start getting a lot more information. For the 1 hour chart right here, we did break this RSI line right here. But as you can see, the RSI dropped down. The RSI moving average went down as well. But right here, you start seeing a little bit of the RSI coming back. Right now, 100%, it is a full-on battle for cryptocurrency. And it dropped all the way over here, which means that it is oversold. We are in oversold territory. And as it went under, right here, under the 30, remember how I said 30 to 70 is normal. Under 30 means that it's oversold. Over 70 means that it's overbought, which is right here. What I did is I made another line. I know it's confusing with the lines, but this line is denoted by this little dotted line. And this little dotted line is the temporary support for what's happening right now. Let me zoom in on this for just a moment. This is where we are right now. This is a 1 hour chart. You had this huge downtrend and all of a sudden it's starting to come back. That's why I made this green line right here. This is the support. We had a support here, we had a support here, and now the line of support is right here. So currently the price of Bitcoin is 30,200 or so. We need to make sure that it stays right around the 30,000 mark. That's the line, 30,000. And we really want it to go back up here. So we want Bitcoin to go back to around that 30,600 line. So that's what we're waiting for right now. With everything that I'm showing you right now, you can see 100% that there's a battle. And if you go to volume, you see that there's a shit ton of volume. So I think that a breakout period for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin, is going to be right around that 31,600, 31,800 line. We just barely touched it and we couldn't maintain it. And now it seems like it's coming back. We'll see what ends up happening, but I ended up taking advantage of the downturn. My goal in this video is not to convince anybody, just to explain to you the magnitude that will happen once ETFs come out. By de facto, you have to spend tens and hundreds of billions of dollars in order to actually purchase all of the Bitcoin for the spot ETF. This is not a maybe. This is, it must happen if they want a spot Bitcoin ETF. Also, when the spot ETFs today that are filed are going to be approved, God willing, there's going to be a shit ton more ETFs that are going to follow. If you see yourself wanting to get into cryptocurrency, you don't have to buy Bitcoin at 30,000. You could wait and possibly Bitcoin is going to retreat. I don't think it's going to go to 25,000. I don't think it's going to retreat. I can be completely 100% wrong, but as I have been wrong in the past. I'm fucking loving technical analysis, and the more I do it, the more I learn, the better I get with it. And we'll see what ends up happening. But in general, the macro situation that we're above the 50, above the 100, above the 200, and we are oversold, and we have some amazing news with the SEC lawsuit against Ripple, with the SEC lawsuit against Coinbase, and these ETFs, in all, plus the halving, I believe that if you're buying Bitcoin at 30,000, 25,000, or 35,000, I truly believe by the end of 2024, Bitcoin is going to be in the six-figure range. Now, this is not advice. This is purely entertainment education. I could be completely wrong. All I could tell you is my own experiences and what I am personally doing. And I can promise you that I'm not bullshitting you. If I'm telling you I'm doing it, I show you guys proof. You see the public account. Now, if you guys have any questions about cryptocurrency, please feel free to ask me, and I'll be happy to tell you. I hope people are making money on these plays, although I know a lot of people are super iffy when it comes to cryptocurrency. But consider cryptocurrency an investment of high risk, high reward. And it's still down from all-time highs. Check this out. This is Bitcoin right now. For the week, it's up 1%. For the month, it's up 16%. For 6 months, it's up 45%. Year to date, it's up 83%. For 1 year, it's up 49%. However, if you're going to go back for 5 years, it is still significantly down from 65,000. It is down around 60% from its recent all-time highs. So we still have a long way to go. Also, I wanted to show you one other thing. This is a chart showing you Bitcoin dominance. If you go back all the way, at one point, Bitcoin dominance was at 60%, 70%, so on and so forth. Especially when it hit its all-time highs, it was at 70%. For the longest time, it was losing dominance. Bitcoin dominance means how dominant is Bitcoin compared to the entire crypto market. How much money is in Bitcoin compared to the rest of the crypto market. It hit a low point around 40% right here, and all of a sudden it's going up. And it died a little bit. It went from 51.5 to 50%. And one of the reasons why this happened is because of the lawsuit right now, because the SEC lost essentially their lawsuit to Ripple or XRP. And because of this, people are saying, hey, maybe we'll go buy some altcoins. Once you're going to have these ETFs that are going to be approved, I suspect that the Bitcoin dominance is going to go at the very least to 60%. And that in and of itself is also going to bring up the price of Bitcoin. Other cryptocurrencies can give you a lot better returns, but they could also absolutely make you shit the bed. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go down much. And if it does, maybe you lose on your investment. but it's not going to completely knock you out. You're not going to lose 90% of your investment, in my opinion. It could happen, but in my opinion. And Bitcoin and Ethereum is probably the safest, most conservative crypto plays that you can do when it comes to cryptocurrency, if you get my drift. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being channel members. I'm doing my best to bring you some information that maybe other YouTubers that you're used to don't give you. And yeah, thank you very, very much. Have a great day. And you don't just have to invest in crypto if you want to. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin or Ethereum. You could invest in Coinbase. You can invest in MicroStrategy. You can invest in GBTC. You can invest in Robinhood, which gives you exposure. You could also invest in many of the miners, although I don't suggest it because miners fluctuate and are super volatile, and you're paying a premium for the assets that they don't hold. I can get into that later on. Thank you very much, and everybody have a good weekend. Besides that, I did buy another $5,000 of PayPal, and I increased my ARKG exposure from 5,000 to 7,500. Thank you so much, and have a great day.